Princess Monterey. We do whale watching tours here every day, weather permitting, and we go out looking for humpback whales, orcas, various dolphins, and other creatures that are out there. It's about a 3-hour trip. Typically this time of year we head towards Moss Landing, where a lot of the deeper canyons are, and the food for the humpback whales. They like sardines, krill, anchovies, various other smaller creatures. And we've had a lot of success doing these whale tours for decades now. Come join us someday and you'll have a wonderful time out there.
Checking in?
Yes, and we'd also like to upgrade to the upper deck.
First name, please.
Jeff.
Okay. Gotcha. Morning. You guys need help getting those wristbands on real quick? Check the wristbands and put it upstairs. Oh, it's discovery.
Hi, I'm Debbie Goodman, and this is Out and About with Debbie Goodman. Today finds me in Monterey, California, on the Princess Monterey. We are going whale watching.
Good morning and welcome aboard Princess Monterey. My name is Morgan. I'm going to be your naturalist today, so I'm going to be talking about the animals that we see and some of their behaviors on this adventure. Down the deck we have Matt and Blake. They are there for your safety. Please follow any instructions they give you. We also have Elizabeth in the galley, so if you guys need a snack, she has hot and cold beverages and some warm and cold snacks for you guys also. I have a couple rules to cover as we get underway. First rule is feet must remain on the deck at all times. No running, no jumping, no sitting on top of benches, no sitting on top of tables, no standing on top of benches. No picking up small children. Please make sure both feet remain on the deck for the duration of our trip. As you guys are walking around on board, make sure you are hanging onto something welded or bolted down to the boat. We don't want to play human dominoes out on the ocean. We are annually inspected by the Coast Guard and have all the required life-saving equipment on board. Adult-sized life vests are located in the main cabin and the bench underneath the windows, and on the upper deck they are in the labeled benches. In the case of an emergency, the crew and myself will help distribute them, but in the meantime we're going to leave them where they are. If you have a child 6 years or under, please see a crew member. The Coast Guard requires them to wear a life vest for the duration of the trip. We have 2 bathrooms on board on the lower level, underneath the stairs at the back of the boat, and we have 2 bathrooms on the upper deck up by the wheelhouse. Now, lastly, if you guys start to feel a little nauseous, do us a favor and move outside to the back of the boat. That is where the least amount of movement is. Stare at the horizon, take deep breaths, and if worse comes to worse, do aim for distance. We're going to have some otters go down the right side of the boat as I'm finishing up these rules. If you're on the upper deck, please make your way down to the lower level. That can help alleviate symptoms, but again, stay outside, stay at the back of the boat, deep breath. Please give the crew your full attention. They're going to demonstrate how to put on a life vest.
All the life jackets upstairs are located under the forward 6 benches, and they are labeled. You guys have any questions for me? Well, enjoy your guys' trip and have a good day.
I would have brand new shoes and like really nice like tread and everything, and I walk around Baltimore on the hot asphalt. Sure, you can actually see a shift in some of the birds we see. So the most common birds we see all the way across the bird board are the brown pelican,
Just kind of lingering up at the surface.
God, that's
There's the arch.
beautiful.
Nope. So we still have three of them are over at our 12:30 at the horizon. We've got the three next to us at our 10 o'clock. Almost looks like this whale might have gone to sleep on us. Now, whales do not sleep for 8 hours the way that we do. When they do fall asleep, they stay up at the surface, stop swimming or swim very, very slowly. They will shut down half of their brain. Part of their brain has to stay alert to watch for predators and to tell themselves to come up and breathe. They are conscious breathers, so they tell themselves when to take a breath. So part of their brain has to tell them to take a breath. The other part gets to rest, and they'll take cat naps throughout the day for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, multiple times, and it is enough for them to rest and recuperate for constantly feeding, constantly swimming, constantly migrating. But when they are asleep, we call that behavior logging because they look just like a log at the surface. And it's not like they're doing anything exciting, but you get to sit there and stare at a humpback at the surface for 20 minutes straight. Then they'll take a little bit of a sounding dive just like usual. Then they'll come back up to the surface again. Nice, beautiful tail flick right there. Alright. So while these guys are underwater, we got all sorts of blows around us to look at. Still up here. Ooh, tail flick. Triple tail. You can see how different the undersides of all of those flukes were. Like I said, if you have a good photo of the underside, send it into happywhale.com and they will let you know who you're looking at. Now we do expect to see some humpback whales in the bay during the summer, or when they migrate down south. We then switch over to the gray whales. The gray whale population, the entire population, goes from Alaska and the Bering Sea down to the Philippines and Hong Kong for their migration. They're up again at our 9:30.
They're here and they go over here. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Nice looks at the whales at our 9 o'clock. Those tail flicks on a full-grown humpback can reach up to 15 feet across, just to give you an idea of how big they are.
These wheels right here, we're reaching it over here. There's another wheel splashing off in the distance. So it's that thing where they're all kind of going back
Got
and
one
forth,
whale
but
up
nobody
at
does it at
our
the
10
same
o'clock
time.
at the surface. If you're looking off the left side, otherwise, or the action's probably at our 1 o'clock. We got 2 wheels up at our 10 o'clock.
fishing at Moss Landing, and it's all morning long.
Nighttime is a great time to go fishing. We've got the squid boats out right now too. They're coming out on the boats with the lights on to attract the squid, so it's a cool time to be out here at night.
Oh my gosh, as you can tell, I've just had a wild ride. I have had the time of my life on this whale watching cruise. You've just got to do it sometime. Thank you so much for being our private tour guide. Very informative.
I love doing this.
That's fantastic. I'm breathless right now.
And a little windblown.
Very windblown, but it was so much fun.
Oh yeah, I've been on this boat for nearly 2 years, and you just don't get sick of it.
That's great.
I wasn't even a huge whale person, like when I got on the boat. I love invertebrates, I love all kinds of animals in the ocean, but whales, you know, they are really cool to watch. But
Beautiful.
after coming out here, seeing them, seeing the behaviors like we saw today with the tail throws, it's really awesome.
It really
you never
is.
get sick of it.
It really is. So this is my first time, hopefully not my last time. I would like to take the sunset cruise sometime.
When we get past our June gloom stage here in Monterey Bay, July and August it'll be a lot nicer. Same with September and October. From July to October is really great for the weather, and then the whale activity peaks around the fall too. So we'll see the whales steadily coming and going in the bay throughout the summertime, and then in the fall they're basically preparing. They're gorging on as much food as possible before they start their fall migration, and so we'll get to see a lot of surface activity and lunge feeding and stuff like that in that later part of the season. And the water conditions are good, the weather tends to be very nice. So, you know, as long as that holds, it's always a great time of year to come here later in the summer and early in the fall.
I'll be back.